Okay, hey everybody. Welcome to a Skraturday, a Squirrel Plays and Avenue Studios collaboration. Let me know, as always, how sound resounds in your ears, because I'm trying something, as always, new. So, chat, let me know if you can even hear me right now. I'm Dan Stacy, and you are about to witness my nerdy family and I use silly voices and nuts and Tales from Elsewhere to tell a good story tonight, as we will be using the nuts setting inside of Clockworld, one of the settings from Tales from Elsewhere. Yes, that's right, T-Dog, full house. Thank you, Blaze. Chat, love to see you here. Let's actually go around and meet all these wonderful people joining me tonight, starting with our collaborator, Scrat from A Squirrel Plays. How are you, my brother?
Hello. I'm good.
I'm so glad to hear it. You ready to make fun of me as I run your system?
Yeah, I know. It's a little bit. Well, okay. Did you read the manual?
I did. I've read at least, yes, I definitely read. Which one is it now? I read Quintillion, that's it. Yes, I read that one.
Okay. All right.
So hopefully
no
we'll
excuses.
See. Yeah. Just yell. Everybody yell. Howdy, Cephas, welcome. And the kind of extra collaborator today for the game, letting us use his setting, Peter from Tales from Elsewhere. How are you, sir?
I am doing great this evening. Thanks for having me on, and thanks for running a game in my Clockworld setting. It's obviously, I love it. I love Weird West. I know you all do too. So
yes,
a natural synergy.
It really is. I think Nuts is going to do great in it. I'm really excited to see what you guys do. See what we can pack into 2 hours. And speaking of, Wes from DM Tales.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on tonight.
Of course, it's been a while. How's everything on your side of the internet?
It's doing great.
Good.
I have 3 weeks until I'm on sabbatical for a couple of months. So I'm looking forward to it.
Celebration!
Yay!
Senioritis, I bet.
I have sabbaticalitis. Yes, I do.
Yeah, that's great. Well, last but not least, new guest to the channel, but a good friend. Hopefully you've seen him over on his channel as well as Wes's. Jorben from Elder Goblin Games. How are you, my friend?
Hello, doing good. I will be representing that player who showed up last minute, forgot his dice, and only skim read the system. So that's my role tonight.
The great thing about Nuts is most players can do that, actually. As long as the GM knows what. So we might actually be in trouble. We'll find out. I don't know.
If only we had the author of the game in the stream.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, never mind.
Y'all had a look.
God, theoretically, this should be an amazing game. We got the creator of the system and the creator of the world. So everything will be fine.
What could possibly go wrong?
We'll make no progress. We'll just correct you every 2 seconds.
Yeah. A lot of actually.
I had a playtester. Actually me on my own system not that long ago, and I was the happiest moment as a game designer.
That's awesome, dude. So, all right, then without further ado, let's dive into this story, which, see, I'm already messing up. I didn't have my page pulled up, so let's see here. Yes, don't curse your stream. Too late, T-Dog. We already did. Oh, while I'm pulling it up,
that train has left the station.
Yep, but don't. While I am pulling that up, guys, you can donate to the stream as always. We are putting all this money towards our Love, Death, and Monsters. If you donate through Streamlabs, you can also vote on the Circle Beard for Jacob, yay or nay. Currently, nay. Oh, technically, I haven't updated it. You guys. In our private Discord.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah, well, it goes until the end of the Eldamon campaign for Jacob. Technically, I gotta update it. It is 31 yay, 29 nay. So, depending on how much you love Jacob or want to see Michelle happy.
What is wrong with you people?
I am only I'm facilitating. That's it.
Okay.
Smoke and Sacrament. Here we go. So, speaking of facilitating, welcome everyone to Smoke and Sacrament. Our team is on the midnight train to Détrempée, iron number 9. They are a mercenary crew returning to the city of Détrempée. We'll hear about their previous venture in a little bit. Aboard Iron Number 9, a cargo-heavy midnight train running the dangerous Ruination Line, along a small cast of peculiar passengers. They will be making a stop in a remote coal mining shantytown known as Coal Spur Hollow. So let us... First, I will describe to you guys the 4 NPCs that are also riding in the train. This is a shorter train. It does come with supplies, mail, coal mainly. They're actually making that stop in Coal Spur Hollow to pick up coal to take to Détrempée, and a few other things. There's only a small passenger car at the end, which is where you guys are riding, kind of packed in with a lot of other packages. This was definitely last minute kind of ride you could pick up on the less popular railway. Seated along with you, joining you, is this gentleman, Ezekiel, a reporter. You heard him refer to himself as Zeke when passing out his ticket. There's also a lovely young lady named Clarabelle. Seems to be rather well-to-do to be on this particular railway. There's another nervous type of character in the corner, holding a bag, clutching a bag tightly, not making eye contact with anyone. And last is an older woman, dressed kind of like a rancher, stern, but well put together. So those 4 and you 4 are joining. So let's go around the room and have everybody introduce their characters, and then let me know what this previous adventure was. I will actually be having you guys roll after introductions on how well the adventure went. If it goes exceptionally well, you'll pick up a bonus special item. So we'll see what happens.
Nice.
But let's start. We'll start with Peter and go around based on OBS. So Peter, who are you playing tonight?
Sure. I am playing Fan Yun Chen, or just Yun, who is an occultist. So she studies elsewhere and all manner of strange monsters to help better defeat them. And she was undercover in the Cult of Exodus for many years, working as an undercover agent, but she spent too much time in there and now has a curse on her soul, which manifests as basically eldritch energy and eldritch transformation.
Very nice. And what is she doing on the train right now? Is she interested in any of the other people there, or what's going through her mind right now?
Absolutely not. Because you see, Yun is of good breeding and of good station, and she has to slum it so much when on these adventures with the rest of this motley crew. She finds it quite irksome, actually. She would rather just sit and read quietly in a private car. That is not an option the way they travel. So she has to rough it with everybody. So she keeps to herself.
Fair enough. Hey, shout out Interplanar Crossroads is in the chat. What's up, Adam? Hey, welcome. Real quick, before we move on, Scrat, you'll be up next with your character. I forgot to mention, guys, you can donate to the stream through Streamlabs. $10 can buy a benefit or a detriment for any of the players. So that's going to basically add or take away dice in a sense. We'll get into it as we roll, but detriment bad, benefit good. $20 gets a player. You can either give them 2 shell points or take away 2 shell points. Oh, stop it. Great Mustache already on. What do we got here? Let's see. $50 from the Great Mustache, which means we've already unlocked a Boehner Boom Pool. I'll be mostly nice, Mustache says. Table gets rewards. 3 nay, 2 yay. Yes, you are understanding so should be really close now. Mustache is always trying to keep it neck and neck on the votes. Okay.
Hit me with the Banes, man. Go all out on me. I can take it.
Let's
no
do
kid
this.
gloves for me.
Right away then, let's get a Boehner Boom poll. Guys, you're gonna, as soon as I start the poll, vote Bane or vote Boon to vote in the poll for both Twitch and YouTube. The poll is now live for 2 minutes. So guys, what you got with that? Oh man. Mustache always makes me think. I gotta remember here. Oh yeah, so all rewards. Okay, so everybody gets +2 shell points to start and a benefit on. You guys can hold your benefits until you want to use them. Detriments you'll have to use on the next roll coming up. So everybody starts with +2 shell points and a benefit in their pockets. And we got the Bane going on. So while they're voting on the Bane, Scrat from Squirrel Plays, who are you playing tonight?
Well, first off, I'm gonna complicate things. Am I the only one that's getting like all the mouth noise from Wes?
Am I doing anything?
Like when he takes a drink, I can hear it go all the way down to his gut.
Dude, really? Look at that. That's awesome.
I'm not Austin. It doesn't bother me. I didn't even think about it. It's very relaxing.
I'm just doing a little bit of,
Anyway,
He's almost on sabbatical, Scrat. Leave him alone.
Give us some ASMR and drink the whole thing real quick.
Gargle it. Yeah, there we go. Anyways.
Anyway, I am
We're having
Clank
too much fun.
Eastwood.
I'm wearing the lapel, so it literally is where the liquid is
that's
going. So that's probably it.
Okay.
I was trying to train that out as something new. I've now encountered a bug with the system.
Is it or feature?
It's a feature.
There you go. All right. Clank, what's up with Clank? How's he doing?
I am Clank Eastwood, and Peter, do these guys have a specific name? I was just calling them a clockwork robot. Do their species/race have a
They're just
name?
called clocks.
Just clocks? Okay. I am a clock, even though I don't have any time-telling devices on me. He's pretty good with a 6-shooter, but he has the unfortunate luck of always being in the wrong place at the wrong time, which has resulted at him being wanted for a crime he didn't commit. So he figured, hey, if I'm going to be accused for this, I might as well play the part. So he took on a life of crime. He's probably robbed a bank or two or 37 and a half at this point, but he is also really crafty because he has learned how to get out of several situations. So he keeps a little bag of nuts and bolts and gears to conjure up some contraptions to get out of trouble. And the best part about this setting and Peter's game is I don't have to put on an accent. I just have to show up.
It's not fair. He's right, though.
So that is Mr. Eastwood.
Beautiful. Is he doing anything in particular on the ride right now, or engaging with anyone, or eyeballing anyone?
Brother, he's just trying to blend in. He wasn't supposed to be here. I told you before the stream, he got wrapped up in this. He was trying to rob this rich guy, right? Or we'll get into the mission later. But
Yes, I love that. Oh, that's so good. So that means that the nervous guy here too, you guys are on, that's Migs, by the way.
Migs.
You guys are on opposite sides of the cart, both looking rather suspicious, or trying not to. Well, moving on with a gulp and a slurp. Yep, Wes, what's up?
I'm going to gargle just for that. I am playing Yip Druken, who is a professional sidekick. Loves the horizon out in the distance. He loves the campfire at night, loves cooking for the group, but also loves going around with some stronger folks because he just likes people to take care of stuff like that. Not really a cowardly sort, but he sees himself more as the supporting cast of life and is very, very quick with an anecdote to help spur on the people who are the more doers of the group into doing what needs to be done. But he's not adverse to hitting people with his frying pan.
And first of all, I love this character. Also, can we just all admire how he looks like he should be a character in Bonanza or something? Like, that art is perfect, Wes. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm in love. This is great. So is Yip, what's anything in particular on this train that he's doing, or what's his mind state?
Oh, Yip's talking to the reporter.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, Yip's just like, I knew when that there shapeshifter, I knew when he was that, when he wouldn't eat my bacon, because I crisped it up just right. And shapeshifters, they don't need no breaking. And I knew that right away. You put that in your paper.
Oh, No, yes, I think he is actually really excited that you're telling him the story and he's taking it down. His hands are stained with nicotine. You get the smell of cigar and whiskey on his breath. He looks like he's seen better days, but he is enraptured with your story and keeps saying like, this is going to bring me back. I tell you what, they'll be talking about me next time.
Yep. Yip has no idea if any of that's true, by the way.
It doesn't matter. It's canon.
Yeah, it's canon
awesome.
now.
Yes.
Put it in the book.
All right, beautiful. And you, well, we'll come back to that. Yip will get a little something too. Last but not least, spelled suspiciously Irishly, Owen by Jordan.
Which, ironically, I'm not going to do an Irish accent, so I don't know why I went with that. And I also... we'll see what the accent ends up being in the end. I also didn't read the setting primer, so forgive me, Peter, as I butcher your setting by injecting my own lore, as any good player does. Owen Coyne. Yes, take notes, everyone. Disclaimer, this is not official. Owen Coyne is an ex-conquistador interrogator of the Golden Sun Empire, wherever that may be. A deserter of the Great Conquest after the Battle of Hammerhill, where he was forced to commit atrocities he cannot easily forget. He's probably sitting next to that guy who was hands smell of tobacco and stoking on a long, like a church warden style pipe of his own, while he's trying to like tune his lyre. He's got a little instrument with him that he brought along. So
that's awesome.
And he's probably just sharing stories with that guy.
A Spanish conquistador named Owen with a lyre.
Yep.
I love everything about it.
It's not going to make any sense, and the accent will be even worse.
Well, as long as he goes, wow, at least once.
No, that's actually not that far off. Not as bad as some playtesters that made Russian gangsters in tracksuits for a playtest. I'm like, guys, like I can make that work, Jordan, and we can make this work.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, man. All right. Well, let's hop over. As Yip and Owen, you'll be able to hear us. You guys are packed in tight, so you guys can actually all hear Yip going on, assuming you're wanting to pay attention, going on about the adventure, talking to Ezekiel Drumright, Zeke, the reporter. Mm-hmm. He loves this.
I will occasionally hold a scented handkerchief up over my nose because I am packed in here with people of questionable hygiene.
Yes. To be honest, the lady Clarabelle, the debutante, is the only one who seems to be, she's actually doing the same. She actually steps out the backside to be outside and kind of was holding the handkerchief as well. She steps out there. So you're saying there were shapeshifters taking over the whole fort? That is, Mr. Yip.
Oh, at least 10 of them. At least that was right there, Owen. There's 10. I thought there was 15, but he counted me down. But they don't eat bacon.
Well, more like something like 7 or 8. But who's counting?
Well,
I thought, yeah.
Yeah, folks at home want to hear a
right,
big
10.
story. Rounding up is always the best option when writing a story, I think, actually. So we'll say 15.
Very good. I like 15. Yeah, that's a good number.
As you guys are talking about this, let's have everybody roll their first D12. This is to determine how well the previous adventure went. You are welcome to spend shell points on this if you want, your extra dice. Because if anyone gets a 10 or higher, well, whatever. Right. Owen.
I jumped the gun on that one.
Nope, you're perfect.
The Irish conquistador rolls a hero die. That's good.
All right. Well, everybody else, let's see, because we'll also kind of craft the story. So the CR is the challenge rating is a 6. So anyone under a 6 did not have a good time in the adventure. Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Ooh, interesting. Okay.
I told you I got sucked up into something I wasn't even supposed to be in.
You weren't even supposed to be there. Okay. All right. So we got a lucky and an unlucky die in there. So good things are happening. So, Owen, you have the item that you guys procured during this. It is some kind of magical item. Yoon, with her knowledge, would probably have been able to tell you it's like a lucky coin, something ancient from pre-calamity. And if you rub it, you kind of feel like you can share luck. Mechanically, if you use it, it'll take your action. If you're in combat or outside of it, everybody gets +2 benefit and a kickback for their next roll. After that, though, you kind of share your luck with everybody, and then you become unlucky. You'll have a disruption for the rest of that scene. Or you could, it's a rather delicate coin because it's very old. You could crush it. One-time use, and whatever you want to happen, whatever you do will be a success. But something bad might linger on afterward.
All right. I kind of mint it and like take a little bite of it to make sure it's real.
Clank.
What's up, man?
You've been marked with a curse. So, when you desire, you have a one-time use where something bad will happen to somebody else instead of you.
Oh, that's not a curse. That's a blessing.
Yeah. You are cursed to be unlucky for everybody else, which fits really well with Clank, actually.
We're so happy to have Clank here along with us.
Nobody's questioning it. They just assume the other guy
I was going to ask that
Clank
too,
is.
yeah.
We're all too courteous to question it, right? Yeah.
All
And
right.
this is just works on another player, right? I can't make something bad happen to a bad guy.
We could see what happens. I'm never opposed to anything. You can try. I think that's the phrase GMs use.
Did we get the old lady's name? The old stern looking one?
Oh, stern looking. Let's find out. Roll me a d12 to see if you did pick up her name. She is pretty quiet. No, you didn't notice her. She really didn't say anything when the ticket punch guy came through. She just kind of looks and glares at all of you. Although you will catch that she is watching the younger woman, Clarabelle, who's been pretty talkative. Actually, she's probably found Clank adorable and has talked with him a little bit, although eventually the musty room kind of overtook her better graces and she has stepped outside in the back. As you guys are talking, Zeke's finally going to say, this is a wonderful story, Mr. Yip. Just give me, I really need to take a smoke break here. I'm going to just step out for a moment and we'll pick the story right back up where we left off.
Sure thing.
He is going to start to get up, but as he does, everybody roll a d12 to see if you notice something. Yoon, you will have a benefit due to something in your nut. Nice, okay. Challenge rating is 6, by the way. Nice. Oh my... Owen, what the heck?
Oblivious!
I don't know.
Sure you didn't buy the premium loaded dice?
We're free.
Jordan joined the Patreon for DD Dice. That's a good one.
This stream brought to you by...
Yeah. Chat, keep track of how many 12s Owen rolls tonight. That's true. Never fall for the D4. All right. Well, let's see. 11. So everybody but Clank is going to notice the train is picking up speed at a rather aggressive rate. And you guys know this was the midnight train. It's about between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning now, and you should be getting close to Coldspur Hollow, so it should be slowing down, you would think. But there's the speed is picking up. Yoon with an 11, you get that tingling sensation. What's the kind of feeling you get when you feel like the elsewhere is at work nearby?
Oh, I feel a chill in my soul when it's nearby. A familiar chill.
Perfect.
I think I'll go complain to the engineer about the speed at which we're going.
As you're getting up, Owen, you with a critical success, you realize that it is should be arriving actually in less than 10 minutes, and at full speed here, you're just going to blast through the stop. And having probably been on a lot of trains in your travels, you know it's going past like what the engine could actually be able to handle. This is insanely fast for a train. So you're going to find some trouble actually standing up as the train's starting to rock and wobble a little bit and move in. And Clarabelle is going to come in holding the handkerchief and say, I do declare it's moving rather fast. What y'all think's going on? All of a sudden, there's a bumble movement. The train is rocking. We are actually going to enter a slight bit of a challenge event as you continue to feel the train moving faster and faster.
Do some Star Trek.
Yes, right.
It's nothing to worry about now. They just the trains sometimes speed up like this when we get near a station because they like to make the brakes, the wheels clean off when we stop the train real quick like that. So that's what we do. Maybe we better go talk to the conductor though.
Yeah, let's have a stern word.
Owen, also, you notice they're not blowing the whistle or anything as if to warn the upcoming station or the high speeds. Like, it's just chugging.
Let's not take our time about it then. Let's be quick.
I'm loving that accent for him. That's great.
I do too.
I don't know what it is.
Okay, so everybody describe to me how you're going to approach. As you step out, it's moving really fast. Sorry, I'm adjusting volume for me here. Are you just heading straight forward?
Clank, are you coming with us or are you staying in the train?
I was thinking, I don't know what's going on, man. I'm just sitting here.
All right.
Of course, we didn't get into the previous mission stuff, did we? So,
oh my gosh, I forgot about that too. Right. Yeah, what were you guys up to? Real quick, we'll do that while you guys think about what you're going to do.
I can take that. So, inspired by a session, actually, I see Blaze is in the chat. Inspired by a session that Blaze ran for me, we were summoned to Fort Sangravita because there was no word from it from some time, and we wanted to see what was going on, as it's a key defensive position for the humanity's survival in the Ruination, and it had been usurped by a shapeshifter and besieged by undead, and we uncovered the conspiracy and restored order to the fort.
Beautiful. And that is why Zeke is very interested in this story. So, speaking of, he kind of falls in front of you guys a little bit, and he's having trouble. What do y'all think's going on? This can't be right.
Oh, ain't nothing to worry about. We'll get this sorted out right away.
I say you should absolutely be worried, sir.
I don't feel was that supposed to make me feel better? I don't feel any better.
It's not about feeling better or worse. It's about being ready, I tell him.
Yeah, she ain't good at this. That's okay. But she's really good when it comes to the time to make things happen. We were at well, never mind. I'll talk that later.
All right. Do you want me to come with y'all, or what? Should we do anything? Are you going to speak to the conductor?
No. You sit right down there. We'll go take care of things.
All right.
Embrace yourself.
What did we talk about? Did we talk about trying to put the others, folks who are bystanders at ease? Thought we were going to practice that.
Yeah, that was practice. That was one rep. Yun isn't laughing as much as Peter is, of course. I'm just having too much fun.
Wow,
shall we to the engineer?
While they're doing their thing, can I do a little crafty roll real quick?
Absolutely.
All right. I'm going to try and make a little, not a bomb, but something that explodes and is very disorienting, like kind of bright flash, ring your hearing real good. Old Western flashbang, I guess.
All right. You just pulling it out of your nuts and gears and starting.
I'm cobbling it together, man.
Yeah, I love it. Let's go.
Well, you got to give me a number. So.
Oh, that's right. I always. Let's see. Well, it's in your nuts, so I would say it's just a 5.
I will still use one of my benefits from Mustache. So.
Sounds good.
Especially the way I've been rolling today.
Oh my goodness! So
I have a total of 5.
And that is also what's it you call it, Scrat, when it has a 1 in there? I can't remember now.
Swindler's roll.
Swindler's roll.
That's if you pass. That was just a
that was
villain's
just
roll.
a straight
I failed.
Villain's
Well-
roll.
Yeah.
I guess you don't. You're full up. You technically would get a shell point if you fail a roll, right? But it's only to max.
Yeah. Challenge dice, not show points.
Challenge points. Sorry. I like all the nut stuff. Challenge dice. Okay, so what I'm gonna say is either you can just straight fail or you have it, but it'll go off randomly.
Oh no, I'll take it.
All right.
Oh, I like that.
We don't know when it will go off, but you have it in your pocket. Are Owen, Yip, and Yoon all going to the front?
Who are you?
Yeah, I go last.
Okay. As you guys move in, it's a shorter train because it's only got a few storage cars and then that passenger car at the end. As you enter into you pass through the next car there, and you're having to kind of hold yourself. There's actually a couple things falling down. And you can feel the train. It's really picking up. You get to the next car, the one away from the engine, which is where some of the few workers on the train were who load and unload. And it is a bloody mess in there. Everyone is dead.
Well, that ain't no good.
That is an understatement.
I will have, if you guys want to just pursue straight to the engine, you can, or you can take some time to investigate and get some information on what happened here.
By what manner were they killed? I want to check their bodies.
Absolutely. Roll me a challenge dice. Argue for me if you got something in your nut that you think would help
Well,
you.
if in my nut, if this was what Yun suspects it to be, she would be pretty knowledgeable about creatures from elsewhere, horrors and such, and that's what she theorizes this is going to be. Because, this doesn't. I imagine at first blush this doesn't look like a shootout. We didn't hear any guns.
Correct.
And there's blood and guts everywhere. So that's my arguing that this would be in her wheelhouse. She pulls out her, eldritch scribblings and such and compares her notes on monsters to it.
Love it. I'll give you a +1 benefit for that. Guys watching, if you don't know, the nut is the different aspects of your character, the flavor around it that may give you benefits or detriments to all of your rolls.
And what was my target on this, sorry?
Target for this one is going to be a 6.
I'm actually going to spend a challenge die because I want to be cool and be good at something I'm supposed to be good at.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, but no way. But you're not Owen.
But I'm not. Beats me, guys.
Well, what I'll say is
causes.
You absolutely confirmed that something elsewhere happened here. They have torn themselves apart. But it's actually, you're still, holding your handkerchief. It's reeks of blood and bodily fluids as it's just a mess in here, and they seem to have torn each other apart. But in this moment, in the stress, you're not seeing anything to hint at specifically what would have been
Yeah, like
this.
I can't identify. But it's untoward, to say the least.
Correct.
Okay. I relay that to everybody. Something strange is going on here. We got to be on our guard.
Would I be close enough to hear that?
No,
they
they're
like
like
2
2
cars
cars
down?
ahead. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'll quick jump to you while Yip and Owen think about what they want to do, and we'll see what they're doing. Clank, as you're sitting there and you finish what you think is a perfect flash bomb.
Masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece. Just quirky enough like you. You notice Miggs, the quirky little guy, the squirmy little guy sitting there. You're pretty sure he's looking at you, and his eye is starting to twitch. And he's like hunching more and more and squeezing more tightly to his bag, and his eyes are starting to fill with terror, and he's leaning back away from you.
I'll just look at him and say, "What's the matter, cuz? Ain't you seen a walking, talking clock before?" And I'll give him a little.
Roll me a die. Roll me a d12.
Ah, dang it. This game sucks.
Well, who designed this game?
That's so good. He actually jumps at that and throws his bag up and just throws it, but it actually passes over your head, headed straight for Clarabelle, who was standing behind you as she had just come into the train. We'll come back to that after we see what's going on with the rest of you. Yip and Owen, do you guys know what you do as Yoon is taking in the macabre scene?
Yeah, sure. Hey, Owen. Hey, didn't we see something like this at Fort Mayberry? All them guys, they started plucking each other's eyeballs out.
Well, war does strange things to men, and this would not be the first time I've seen such a bloody mess. So
yeah, but these here, they ain't at war, so I'm thinking that it's got some of that, what do you call it again? Eldritch horror stuff going on. I think maybe we better keep our eyes open.
yeah, the Eldritch is definitely here. The Eldritch.
Yeah, Yip now is holding his frying pan.
Yeah, I think I pull out a musket at this point, just based on the scene I'm looking at. Start putting my bayonet on the front.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, she's never failed me in the past.
Go ahead, you.
I like that. I like that he has a musket because this is late 19th century technology. He's just old school like that. He likes his black powder. He likes loading it the old-fashioned way.
Trustworthy.
There's less that can go
or
wrong
something.
with the old black powder.
It's secretly
350
extra
years old.
effective
Let him
against
have it.
monsters.
I love it. As you guys are finishing this, I think Owen specifically because of the roll with the train, you realize you're probably going to get to Coldspar Hollow in minutes, and you're going to blow right by it if this train doesn't slow down.
Yeah, I would be beelining for wherever the conductor is.
Okay, you guys are busting in. All right, look, as you bust into the front cabin of Iron Number 9 is tight and hissing with pressurized pipes. The metal walls sweat with heat and levers dance in time with the pulse of steam. One of the windows is cracked, showing only the endless, desolate nature of the ruination deep in the night, and a sickle of moonlight over shattered cliffs shines on one arm broken off of its body, pressing the lever of the train to full speed. The conductor's dead body laying on the floor. He has bled out. And we pop back to Clank. Clank, do you do anything to protect Clarabelle from the incoming
Was that
volley?
roll to catch it, or was that for something else?
That was for something else. Well, it was kind of your
Okay.
intimidation, which
right.
went exceptionally well.
I'll roll to catch it then.
Okay.
What am I shooting for?
This isn't too bad. It's like a 4.
All right,
He's
I'll use
not
that
a
last
crazy
benefit I
strong
got.
fella. Hey!
So
Critical
that means
success.
we've had it for a while now. The take a breather.
Thanks to Owen,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
We will do, guys, take a breather between scenes as much as you want. So, yep. So, guys, those watching, if you roll a 12, you get to take a breather, which is downtime to heal. That's a vague amount of time depending on your game. So, we'll be making them quite literally breathers.
Yeah.
So, you catch it immediately, and you actually get a chance to look, and you see for just the briefest moment the most angry, horrific visage on Clarabelle's face as she's looking right at Megs for doing that. But as soon as you catch it, she goes back to her prim, proper debutante look, and she goes, "Oh my, thank you, little man. You're so amazing. How dare you?" And she hits Megs a couple times with her fan. "What's your problem?" And he just, "Get away from me, get away!" And he starts backing away from her, shouting. And Zeke and the older woman you haven't met is kind of looking back like, "What's going on? What do you do, if anything?"
Well, while she's beating him with the fan, I'm gonna take a peek in this bag.
Yeah, it has a pile of money, gold, a couple gold bars, and a wad of paper cash.
That was a heavy bag.
Yeah, gold bars are heavy.
Well, I'm sorry, not like full, like I should say gold nuggets.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, okay, some nuggets.
Thinking like Kit Kat
some
bar.
more. Gold bars. Bing.
Bam, dead.
Well, considering who I am, I'm gonna keep that to myself.
Very good.
Kind of lift the flap like, hey, well,
He is a man of questionable morality.
Yeah, he's just a lucky guy. That's all it is.
no, this time
Things just seem to fall in his lap. Zeke, meanwhile, is going to step in and kind of, now, young miss, please. I'm sure it was an accident. We're all, and he like catches himself as the train's moving. We're all rather perturbed at the situation here. Let's hop back over to the front of the engine. What's going on, guys, as you walk in? What are we doing?
We should probably pull that brake.
Well, here's your problem. And I'll just take the bayonet and plop that hand off.
Beautiful.
See what happens.
The lever is kind of stuck, so the arm falls off, flops to the ground next to the body it came from. But the train is still continue forward as the lever is stuck in that forward motion.
Well, anybody want to pull? Or?
Yeah. Well, you need some leverage. So I'm going to go and I'm hooking the lever on my frying pan and just yanking
Beautiful.
back towards me.
Roll me a challenge die.
So,
feel free to argue if there's anything in your nut that should give you an
sure.
advantage.
Well, I mean, the frying pan's his tool of choice.
It's true.
That's his Swiss Army knife. So I don't know.
I love it. No, let's do
I get
it.
another challenge die for that.
Benefit for you. Yeah, plus
Okay.
one benefit.
All right. Okay. So, and I will throw one challenge in. So I'm going to roll 3.
Okay. CR
Let's have some fun
7
here.
on this one. What the heck, guys? Wait, am I seeing that right?
Oh my gosh.
The dice don't lie.
Yeah, 2 of them make a 7.
I
So you get a challenge die back.
I fly off and. Okay, that's good.
It's not a crit.
And
There was no
I fly
unlucky
off
die.
and probably bruise my knuckles.
You get the lever.
It's just narrative. I just bruise my knuckles.
Yes,
I'm like, yeah.
absolutely. It's slimy with sweat and grime and blood from when the arm separated and splattered everywhere. You do pull it back so it's not pushing forward anymore. And of course, no one's loading coal, so eventually it'll run out of
Okay.
steam, literally and figuratively. But
Hey, I loosened it up. So someone else try to get in here and just wedge that thing back.
All right, I'll step in here. Let me show you how this is done here. Yep. I don't know that I have really a reason to justify an extra die on this, so we'll see if my streak continues. No,
ooh, all right.
it's not.
You guys are both working at it. The break is starting, but what's happening is you're like, definitely something in here happened that the train is messed up. So the train starts jerking, like it stops for a second and moves forward. Clank, I'm gonna need you and Yoon to roll to stay on your feet as the train suddenly jerks for a second. Whip and Owen are holding onto the engine, so they're kind of prepared for it. Of course, spend challenge dice if you'd like. CR 5 for this. Oh, Clank, lucky boy.
I'm hanging on to that bag.
Yeah, you are. All right. Both success. Clank, what kind of advantage would you like in this situation, having that lucky roll? Is there anything you'd like? We'll hop back to you in this moment.
No, I mean, if nothing makes sense, you don't have to force it. It's just a thing that's encouraged.
Yeah.
But I
Sure,
did
I
want to
figured
clarify
if Yeah.
what exactly did I see on Clarabelle when I rolled that 12?
It
Just
was-
like a brief flash of something else?
Yeah, it was the most angry, like almost distorted face. Like she was, if you had been in any other circumstance, you would have thought she was going to kill someone.
Okay.
Like it seemed exceptionally angry sort of look on her face.
Gotcha.
All right, well, the rest of the passengers are going to fall over. Zeke's going to fall into Migs. The older lady was still seated, so she's able to catch herself, and Clarabelle is standing up against it and kind of falls into the wall. Guys at the front, one last chance, or we're going to have a crash smash.
I have a question about Surge. So Surge automatically does damage. It does all these different things.
Right.
Can I Surge to succeed on to just apply damage to the challenge, so to speak?
I love that. Because it's just supposed to remind me again. It adds extra damage when you.
Yeah, so I take Disruption on myself to just deal 3 damage, restore challenge dice. It's a lot of pretty powerful effects with the drawback.
Yep.
But I was thinking in this case, one of her arm, she has this really nice dress, and one of the sleeves, all of these big tentacles come out and wrap around the lever and just pull it really powerfully, right? With just incredible strength, and then she shudders from the eldritch exertion, right, on her soul from doing so.
Absolutely,
So
I love that.
Clank in the distance. Oh, Nelly!
Yeah, so I just step aside and just pull the lever really powerfully, and I will be at Disruption until I roll with Lucky Die.
I love that. Yep. And I'm going to say that's auto success on that too with the Surge. That's perfect. So slams, let's have everybody roll except for Yoon. Everybody roll as the train is coming to a screeching halt.
Oh, somebody's going down.
His luck finally ran out.
What were we aiming for anyway?
A 5, sorry. It's still a 5 to stay on your feet.
Must have had some blood on my boots.
Yeah, your hands are all slippery too from the blood, and you're just flipping around.
So, Owen, you will take 1 HP of damage as you slam into the engine in the front. Boom. I think everybody else did it. With the unlucky one, the bag has dropped to the floor. But everybody is falling forward and going down. But the train has come to a stop just a little past the station for Coalspur Hollow. The passenger car actually is just a little past it. But you guys have officially stopped and are in Coalspur Hollow. What's everybody gonna do?
Well, I'm picking Owen up. Yeah, go ahead, Scrat. You're on your own.
I'm just gonna go for the bag if I can.
We still need to figure out what happened to this train. We may have arrived at our destination, but something is very wrong here. We still have a train full of bodies. Let's question the people on this train.
Sounds fair.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we're not getting paid for this
in the
one.
back still.
Yeah. Okay. I do want to holler at Yoon when she comes back here, but
I'll say to Yip, I bet the train company would pay handsomely for figuring out what went wrong.
Oh, that's true. You think maybe they'd pay handsomely if we let them know that we found some Eldritch things up here?
Yeah, exactly. I think any disruption to the train services is an important matter. And I think it's punishable by hanging if you mess with train services in this world because it's so vital for survival. Yeah. They'll kill you for it. So
yeah, I do love a good hanging. That's the character, not me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think let's do it then. Let's go interview people.
You guys are just going to book it right back to the back?
And you're better with people, Yip, than I am, so I'll let you take lead on those conversations. I'll observe and take notes, right, on how to speak to people more.
Well, I'm going to let you take a little bit of the lead because they got a practice thing.
Got to put my reps.
These aren't paying customers, so we might as well just treat them like you normally treat them. It's okay.
Actually, I think Owen's sort of soldierly nature would take over at this point, and he would march in, musket over one shoulder. He's got a sort of breastplate on, in the image there, and I'm literally kind of doing what he's doing there. But he walks in and he would probably say, "Hold on, folks. Nobody's going anywhere till we get some answers. I want everyone in their seats until we find out just what kind of elder itch has happened in this train."
Real quick, Clank needs to roll me a d12 to snag the bag back before Migs notices it.
Oh my god.
Success. Snagged it. All right. So you quickly, you're under the
Spending
seat.
a challenge die to keep the bag. I love it.
Why not?
You will, as you come in, let's see. Oh, and roll me an intimidation there or something. You know, you feel free to spend challenge die. I think I'll give you a benefit for being a soldier and your history. You are intimidating presence.
I also wrote Silver Tongue as one of my.
Oh, that's right.
Nuts, is that what it is? So.
Oh, yep.
Roll 2 here.
All the nuts.
Are they back in the car where I'm at now?
They've
or
come
Nines.
back now, yeah.
Pair of 9s.
not? Okay. Yeah,
9
I was
is
wanting to holler at
success.
you when she got back here.
Which means, okay, so Zeke is on, Zeke and Migs are on the floor, and Migs is like, he's starting to search around, panicking, but when you say that, he like cowers and actually kind of slides behind, not trying to be outside of eye contact for you. Zeke kind of puts up his hand. He's like, yeah, all right. I don't know what an elder itch is, but I'd certainly like to write a story about it. And
Yep, that one's got a Weasley look to him. You handle that one.
Oh, this is spring break all over again.
the pretty girl in the back, Clarabelle, says, excuse me, gentlemen, but what are we talking about here? I barely stayed on my feet. That was horrifying. What's going on?
Well, you want to see horrifying, you need to go up forward a couple cars. You'll see some real horrifying things then. I just look at you and I'm like, now I'm talking like you.
The older woman is going to stand up now and look respectfully at Owen and say, thank you, sir. Would you please explain to me what is going on?
Well, pardon me, ma'am, but that's what we're trying to get to the bottom of. You see, there was a mess with some. Well, you probably don't want the details, but let's just say that the crew is indisposed for the moment, and we just want to find out exactly what has sort of occurred that has put us off path, so to speak. If there's any information you have that can help us discover why this train is in the state that it currently is in, then please be forthcoming with any details.
I'll be perfectly honest, I have no idea what is going on. I'm simply
We
trying
did
to
kind of leave that point out.
I don't understand. We should be making a stop in Coldspur Hollow. Are we there yet?
I was trying to avoid saying it was a bloody mess of bodies in front of everyone, but maybe we should mention that. I'll leave that up to my betters.
I'm looking at you and I want you to take point on this.
So I say, with all of the bearing of high society I can muster, I say, no one is leaving this train until we've figured out why the passengers and crew in the front of the train tore each other to pieces. Somebody here is lying to us, and we will find out. And I nod to, I was going to keep wanting to say Jordan. Well, Ian. I nod to Ian, because we've been on an adventure together, in a way to like have your gun, intimidatingly ready. Like you're an intimidating man, right? And I point at Clarabelle, and I just say, you. Spill it. Why are you here? Tell me everything. Just accusatory, like I'm gonna go to each of them and just accuse each. J'accuse.
J'accuse.
I want to be
I love
intimidating.
it. Please roll me a die for intimidation. Spin me a
And
tail if you want.
Can I add my banner to this? It's kind of like a surge, but for others.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that idea. Let's do the same thing. So you'll be at a disruption after this, but he'll get the benefit of... does it have a specific benefit add, or is it just the restore skill points? I can't remember off the top of my head.
I don't remember quite either.
Well, if you could restore challenge die to me, and I'll spend them on this, like you're
that's
boosting
cool.
the roll. Does that sound
Sure,
good?
it's like a kickback.
That's kind of what I was. Yeah.
Yeah. So like so you'll give me basically 3 challenge die to spend here on this roll, right? Plus restore 3 challenge die to self or player of choice. Okay, sound good?
That sounds perfect. Let's do
This
it.
is awesome. Okay, so we're gonna.
And I'm
restore
backing
die.
up into a corner just to watch people while they're doing the accusations.
Okay, go ahead and roll for
Well, let him
perception.
go first. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So,
I was going to say
I-
a 6, so
6. Yeah, because I ignore all uneven numbers.
oh, that's right, because you're still at disruption.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Because there was a 9 in there, but it's
Yep.
gonna be I got a 6 as my
But
highest.
you got a 6.
even,
Perfect.
so-
Okay.
So while she's doing that, can I come up to her and holler at her, or is it too late for that?
Holler at her? Yeah. How do you want to add to it?
Well, no, I mean, I was just wanting to approach her like if she was. I guess I'd squeeze in when he told her to spill it. I would slip in there, coming up to Yoon. You know, it's like, hey, Unimuna lady, come here, you know, trying to get her attention. Does she still have her tentacle arms out, or?
That's up to you.
She's pulled them. So if you look at the art, she has kind of a flowing attire, and so she's pulled it back inside the clothes, but you can tell she's struggling with containing it, which is the disruption. Right. So it's difficult for her to hide her eldritch nature right now.
Okay. So it'd probably be visible. All right. So
Yeah,
he'll come up
and-
to.
Yeah, you can tell something's wrong with her for sure.
Yeah. So I'll come up to her. Hey, June, come here. I gotta tell you something. He'll see the stuff coming out there. Good. Yeah, it's at that time of the month. Doesn't matter. Look, that
It'll pass.
he'll point to that, the one you just accused. He's like, look, she ain't right. She got something. She just ain't right. She had a freaky face earlier.
A freaky face earlier. Noted.
And he'd be like, does your nose work? Can you smell out that stuff? And he points to your arm.
I don't think I can smell it, but let's see what the result of all this was, and I will use that information to further interrogate as needed.
Perfect.
All right.
She will respond to you saying, well, I must confess, I'm a rather well-to-do lady, like yourself, obviously, and curiosity has just gotten the better of me. It's not like Daddy could tell me what to do, so I've been traveling around looking for something more interesting than boring life. I think I've rather found it, haven't I? She puts her handkerchief over her as she giggles.
I'm definitely in the corner watching that. So that's just what he does.
Ooh.
What did I roll? I can't even see.
11 and 6.
11. Oh, I
Yes.
like that. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All
Are
right.
you looking for
So what
anything
do you-
in particular, but you're focusing on Clarabelle?
Yeah, I am trying to look into her reaction. Like, where's she looking? What is she like? What's kind of? Does she have a tell?
Yes.
It's a poker player. That's what he's looking for.
I love that. So on that flavor, she is definitely the poker mask. If you guys were playing a game, it dropped for a second. And when she is 100% telling the truth that she's looking for something exciting, but you think it's
Okay.
something really exciting,
Gotcha.
It was
Yeah.
just too much. Just like Scrat's too much anger, it's too much excitement. You also, with the 11, will
Gotcha.
catch Miggs is going under the seats, trying to head towards the door to go get out. So he's crawling his way.
I'm just walking over and stomping the ground in front of him. Hey, how you doing down there? Well, why don't y'all get up here and join the rest of us?
No, I'm sorry. Look, I just want to get out of here, okay? I don't want to be here.
That's fine. None of us want to be here, but
Yeah, do you think I
gotta
want to be in this
stay.
stinking train car?
I'll let that one pass.
She said it. Clarabelle's patting her nose. The older woman is going to look at all of you. I don't know exactly who has made you all boss here, but shouldn't we be finding someone to take care of this train? I'd like to see what is going on. I would rather like to leave this train as well.
Well, I'm afraid we've passed the point of being delicate about such matters. But the fact of the matter is, everyone who probably would be heading this investigation is a pile of red goo in the front of the cart. So, it's going to be us. As I'm just kind of holding my bayoneted musket, staring at her.
When
And
you
I
say... Oh, sorry, go ahead. No, go for it.
He had the scene. I don't want to interrupt his scene, so... Yeah.
All I'm going to say is Migs screams at that and starts running for the door, like trying to push past Yip.
Well, I'm trying to stop him. There's a tackle going on.
Absolutely.
So actually, I'm tripping him with my frying pan. Can you
I
give
got a
me enough
backup
for
plan
that?
if that doesn't work.
Go for it, Samwise. Yeah, let's
You gotta g-
go for it. Benefit for
starting
that.
to get the hang of this. So okay. No, I'm not.
Sorry, I got to shout him ahead of
My
time. But I
frying
was-
pan has just yelled at me. It's fine.
you do get him, but he is in a
Okay.
manic move, so he trips and he's just crawled to the door, pushing the door open. Clank, what do you want to do as he's starting to head out the door?
Did you have your frying pan out when you were going for him?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I was trying to trip him with the frying pan.
I'm gonna shoot your frying pan into his head. Quick throw.
Nice.
Whoa! What?
I love this. All right, roll it up. That's, man, I'm going to call that like a 6. Well, it's pretty cool, though.
Dang it.
So here's what's going to happen. It will be a success. You don't shoot him. You do it. It's perfect. But the skillet hits him right in the head, knocking him out the door, probably unconscious. But as you quick draw, your tink, 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 tink flash bomb falls out of your pocket. With the unlucky 1 on that roll.
Perfect.
It is all bright lights ringing in your ears. There's a lot of shuffling and moving. Let's have everybody roll me a d12 to see how you navigate the area blind and deaf. This will be a 5. Okay.
I'm a robot. Do I get a benefit for that?
I would say you get a benefit. Yeah, absolutely. Robot
I need
body. There you go. There you go.
I'm a ribbit.
Okay.
I was thinking some challenge die here.
Okay.
Ooh, I get rid of my disruption because I am experienced in Surge.
Ooh, nice. Excellent.
Because it says if I get, I'm mastered in it. If I get an 11 or 12,
11 to 12.
I remove
Oh, sweet.
Very nice. So maybe in this moment where you're hearing nothing but the "Ooh," and the light, you're able to calm your darker
His
self
tentacles just-
down a little bit. Yeah.
Go back in.
So as it settles, Migs is out of the car. You guys don't run in or smash into anybody. You're able to contain yourselves. And let's see, Owen and Yip, both of you roll me one more d12 as you might be able to catch somebody running out the door. Since you guys aren't falling over, it's a CR5.
No, I'm just thinking about my frying pan.
Distraught that I shot it.
Yeah.
Owen is able to grab hold of the thin frame of the older woman. As the lights come back, you just kind of bear hugged her. So now you guys are kind of in a romantic pull tight as her face is before you. And she says, well, pardon me,
Oh, and
soldier.
time and a place. Time and a place.
I want to call out, and I say, as an agent of Hutcherton and Bloodgood protection, I am the closest thing to law we have on this train right now. And I say to them, everybody sit yourselves back down, or things will get ugly, I say. And I want to get these people back in their seats, because they're getting squirrely. Pun intended for Scrat.
I'll straighten up the hat, kind of,
pull out
yeah,
my-
listen to the law, listen to the law.
I'll pull out my, my hidden badge, because I'm
Yes.
undercover, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
And try to get them to...
I'm dragging the other guy back into the car.
The Migs, the unconscious guy.
Yeah.
All right, we'll come back
Come
to
on,
that
partner.
in just a second. So
Sure.
I'm going to actually give you a success right away on that, Yoon. That's an auto success with that background. The older woman is going to say to Owen, I suppose we should listen to the lady. It's Agnes, by the way, and she winks at you. And we'll step back if you release.
Yeah, listen, no phony business around here. Look, we're just trying to get to the bottom of things. I understand that I have a certain appeal.
She
with
puts
the
her
uniform
finger
and
to
stuff.
your lips. We don't need to talk about it right now. She will turn and sit back down, facing Yoon, leaving Owen a little flustered. Zeke is looking out the window and doesn't respond to Yoon. He is actually holding tight, and you can see his fingers are gripping tight. Clarabelle is nowhere to be seen. Yip, as you step out to drag Mig's unconscious body back in, he's kind of half dangling off the ladder. You look up at the scene of Coalspur Hollow.
Uh-huh.
And if I have the right description in front of me, Coalspur was barely a town even when it lived. Now it's a sagging skeleton of rotted shacks, rusted minecarts, and toppled chimneys choking in coal soot. Every window is shattered, every door swung open. There are no birds, no voices, no breath of wind, just the echo of something that once screamed and never stopped. Blood spatters mark the dirt in spirals. Some buildings are burned from the inside out. Even the dogs are gone. At the edge of town, the ruination sprawls, twisted bosques, scorched playas, and dark montañas, haunted by unwholesome things. There is blood and bodies everywhere as you're looking out at Coalspur Hollow. And we'll switch that up in the map.
Yoon, you might want to look at this. Come on here, partner, as I'm just dragging him back by 1 foot, probably hitting his head on a wall.
Yeah.
Come on up there, partner. But the town that we're going to kind of looks a little bit like the front of the train.
I don't like this one bit. I bring my chair with me, apparently, in my art.
Yes, everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Clank's got it.
I'll go ride in mine cart.
You guys will,
None.
if anyone looks to Zeke, he's looking out the window at this scene as well and is frozen where he is in just shock.
You're
Should
right
be
there,
taking
old man.
notes. You're a reporter.
Yeah. Well, take a deep breath. You got to go in from the nose and out the mouth.
Right. I'm sorry. I want to be a reporter. That's what it is. I ain't never seen nothing like this.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Yeah.
I'll say to the civilians, stay in the train. I say to them.
I don't know, having a reporter along, he's taking notes. He might be noticing some things that we don't see.
We just can't guarantee his safety.
I mean, is anybody really safe anywhere here?
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, he's just as likely to tear himself apart in the train as he is out in the town. I mean,
Yeah, something is very wrong. I definitely want to look. You said there's bodies strewn about. Do they look similarly killed in a similar manner as the ones I saw on the train? Even if I can't determine exactly what it was, does it look similar?
Yes and
Or do I
no.
need to
Some
roll?
of them do. Although it's across. Now, this town isn't very small. There's maybe 5 or 6 domiciles. There is a chapel off to the far east. You can see a cemetery a little bit farther as the mountain kind of or the road kind of goes up a slight hill. The cemetery looks out over the ruination. And then there's the coal mine path off to the side. But there are bodies everywhere. Some of them do look like that. It would take further inspection to see exactly what's going on.
so how many bodies are we talking about?
What you can see right now, maybe 10 to 13. There was probably maybe
Okay, so-
50 people that lived here.
Okay.
Definitely, we're at like massacre level.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
definitely.
Right.
I ask ask Ian. I say, look around for spent shell casing, signs of battle. Would you? Like, that's not my specialty. Was there a fight that was put up here? I figured that's like his backstory type stuff. He could like determine if there was a shootout or like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And I will say too, guys, the NPCs will do what you say now. If you want them to come along, they will come along. They'll steer near you. They'll stay in the cart. Basically, you guys have created enough repertoire.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Rapport. That's the word. Rapport.
We still don't know where Clara went, right?
No, and we definitely need to
not
track
see
her
Clara.
down. Are any of us a tracker in our nut?
Oh,
Wilderness type person?
I forgot to say as well, guys. The vote was a bane.
Yeah.
And part of that has already happened. And that's why you can't find Clarabelle anywhere.
Okay.
So thank you, chat, for the bane.
Oh yeah, it was like 75% to Bane as well.
Yes.
Do we want to take a breather before we do anything, or is everybody looking on the dice?
I can
We
use
got
that.
I've only spent one challenge die, so
I've been dumping
we can take
die.
a breather if you want.
Me too. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, you guys, again, I'm saying it's like literally 1 minute. It could be while you're investigating. So go right ahead and do that. Take a breather.
I'll say everybody's got to be on board because it's a party
Yes.
resource. That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough.
Let's take it. Go ahead. You guys need it.
All right.
Do you heal as well with that? Because I took a damage.
Nope. It's just a way to restore some dice.
You
I
might
get my
find
die
ways to
back.
be healed, or there might be healing items around the town.
I am like flipping that coin as I'm looking around town.
Ooh.
Magic
Two people
items.
got
off the
50 dies.
Jordan, are you off the train?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, maxed
Okay.
out.
I'm probably leaning out, kind of looking around, getting a bearing.
And for
I'm
those
trying to
watching,
find anything for footprints for Clarabelle. Go ahead, Dan.
okay. Just for those watching, take a breather is where the team can take some time to restore spent challenge dice. They roll up to 3 to restore up to 3. If they roll a 1, you lose it all. But if they roll a 12, they get a bonus. So everybody did pretty good. And yeah, okay, guys, let's do a challenge event. So we'll go around. Everybody can describe what you're doing and roll for it. So we'll start with Owen and work our way to Yip, Clank, then you.
I think he's just kind of trying to keep one eye on the passengers and the other just getting a lay of the town and making sure there's, musket sort of at the ready in case there's any movement in the streets.
Okay, very good. And you guys are confirmed NPCs are staying in the car. In the cart. Okay, cool.
Sure.
So roll me a perception, I suppose, is kind of what you're thinking, right? Looking
Yes.
at the battle, because Yoon was asking about what
Actually,
does the fight look like?
I think if I can, what I would like to do is sort of take a back seat in the moment and I'm like flipping that coin we got, and I want to use it to let everybody else get a benefit.
Oh, cool, dude.
Oh,
Let's
nice.
go.
That way, I'm just kind of like keeping an eye on things.
Yeah, you're on Overwatch.
Yeah.
I love that. All right, so he's using that as his action. So everybody's rolling with 2 benefit and 1 kickback. So kickback is if you spend challenge dice, but you roll a 12 on the roll, you get a challenge die back for every kickback you have. So two benefit, 1 kickback, and Owen will be at a disruption after this as he's sharing his luck.
2
So-
benefit. Nice.
We don't necessarily have to go in order. I know you guys are probably okay with, if anyone knows what they want to do, go ahead. Or otherwise, Yip can go next.
All right, I'll go. Well, I'm spending 2 challenge dice, and then the 2 benefits. So I should be rolling 5. Am
Correct.
I doing that right?
Yep.
Okay. And I'm looking for Clarabelle's
Oh, the tracks
Stuff.
and stuff, right?
tracks. So I got an 8.
Okay, perfect. The CR was going to be a 6 on that. So that is a success. My dog is talking. What's up, Woof? It takes you a little bit, but you're able to find a fresh set of tracks. Not only Clarabelle's, you're pretty sure, because it's what looks like sort of heels the thicker riding heel
Gotcha.
shoes.
Yeah.
The weird thing is that you pick it up like partway down the main road of the town towards the cemetery. There's not a clear
Okay.
line of like she jumped off the train and started running. There's also a weird set of prints following her. And they're both moving very fast, but they're headed towards the cemetery.
What do the weird set of prints look like? And am I off the train or am I?
You're
seeing
off the
this
train.
from the train?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm
You had
kinda
to get
creeping
out
in the
and
dark.
walk around.
Yeah.
You know what I forgot to mention? There's this they do have like basic, because it is a coal town, they have a sort of a little bit of an electric grid. So there's like these lights that
Okay.
are still pulsing at each house. It looks like
Gotcha.
death happened before it was bedtime for everybody, if you will.
Okay.
They are a mash of prints. It's all a mush. It's almost like something was dragging or sliding and moving. There's no like footprints though.
And where are these footprints going to? Where are the tracks going to?
What seems to be in stride with Clarabelle towards the cemetery.
Yeah. Hey, you, get over here. Look. Yeah, look this here. You see these here prints? These look like Eldritch-y type things.
I will see what I can draw. I pull out my my Eldritch notes where I have like all these rubbings and sketches of different creatures, and I'm going to try to compare
Perfect.
them to what I've seen, because that is in my nut, and
Absolutely.
I've got a 2 extra benefit.
I'll give you
So this is-
another benefit because it's in your nut, so you'll have 3
Awesome.
benefit on that.
Awesome. So I'm at 4, and I really want to succeed on this because I failed the last one, so I'm going to spend a challenge die. All right. What am I looking for? Is this another 6? or
Oh,
is this
this
better?
is another 6. Yep.
Okay, so I have a really good chance of doing this.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice roll.
Get that.
We got another take a
Oh
breather.
yeah, another take a
Hell
breather
yeah.
in the pocket. Yeah. So this is a combination. You start to think back to what you saw on the train. You're also looking at the bodies, hearing what Owen is saying about how the damage looks, which means a lot of people self-inflicted, some people fighting each other, but the thing that triggers you, all damage is done by the left hand.
Peter had a suspicion.
And you realize it's in that moment, the click is, it was the conductor's left hand that had gotten ripped off and was making the train go fast. So, since Peter knows what it is, you can take it as you desire.
So I can say.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know. You know.
Gotcha. Okay.
For
Yeah, I can
sure.
use my Peter knowledge. So I'll say to Yip, I say, I think this is a Kentucky Sawbones.
Kentucky Sawbones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we haven't seen one of them for forever. How about you fill me in what they do again?
So I say they're a strange horror that possesses people's left arms, causing them to hurt themselves and others, and then their arms pop off their body and join the swarm of arms that is the Sawbones. So you'll find them after big battles, after doctors have amputated infected limbs. They'll gather up and become a semi-sentient horror hunting for more limbs. So it's looking like it's one of those. It's very dangerous.
Well, these things are chasing after the Clarabelle lady, so I know she wasn't all quite right in the head, but maybe we better figure out where she's going.
Mm-hmm. And so you saw, because you had identified the tracks, right? Which way do the tracks
Yeah.
lead? Yep.
Up there towards the cemetery. Why don't
We
we go
better-
get that clock fella? Maybe he can shoot at something other than my frying pan.
Yeah. Hopefully you can hit things that aren't frying pans. Let's see.
Hey.
Yeah. So we'll like flag the 2 gunslingers, the 2 kind of warriors. I'll flag them over.
I forgot to put it in there, so here we go.
Oh yeah.
The
Well,
artwork. for
thank
Kentucky
you, Peter. I
Sawbones.
have a new phobia.
It's great. Yeah, I get to
My
go to
pleasure.
sleep after this.
And yep, in a planar crossroads, I see he called it actually like 30 minutes ago or something like that. It's great.
Yes. And before we move forward, Clank, what are you doing?
So when Yoon pulled out that fake badge, he didn't know no better. He thinks she really is the law, so he's pretending to like, it's like, yeah, you know, I'm also with the law. Trying to pretend like he knows what he's doing, and definitely doesn't have his face all over wanted posters. So, but he's been following her around pretty close, and then he's also been going in and out of these little houses and stuff and trying to see what he can find. Mostly money, but I am going to make another attempt for a crafty thing here.
Okay.
I'm hoping to find some booze around this area so I can make some flammable bombs this time.
Booze, no problem. There's
All right.
a small, probably supposed to be a tavern.
All right. So I'm going to make, instead of a flash bomb this time, it's going to actually be fire. So when it pops, it's
Okay, just like a
burning and
Molotov
stuff.
cocktail,
Yeah,
basically.
basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
CR4 on that one.
All right.
Get a lucky die and you'll double it. Okay. Got it. Technically, you have the benefits from Jorben on that, actually.
Oh.
Or Owen. I mixed Jorben and Owen together.
Jordan is good.
It's fine.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have rolled the benefits.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just... You got it. You got it. You got one. Owen took a sip of one of your drinks, so he feels better, but you've only got one. But you got one Molotov cocktail. All right. Ready to go. Okay, beautiful. So Clank was working on that while you guys are all inspecting and talking to each other, and you figured it out. I assume you're heading towards the cemetery to see what happens. As you're heading there, and as Yoon is finishing describing what the Sawbones does, everybody roll me a d12 as you feel something trying to tug at your will. Trying to tell you to move. And this is a
Not
CR7.
today,
sorry.
something.
We still have a benefit, or was that just for that previous roll?
Just for the roll.
Just for the roll.
Yep.
But we did start the game with one benefit, so you can use it if you want to, right?
Yes, that's right. From Great Mustache. Yep. And
Ooh.
I think I might.
Builder B, it can always go to Freya, but yes, choose at that tier. You choose one player to get a benefit. So let me know in chat who gets it. All right. So let's see. Everyone but Owen passed, correct?
So you said we do have one from earlier we can use?
Yes.
Yeah, we started the game with one.
You may do that. I feel like something bad is about to happen. Hey, there we go.
Hey, and that's Owen, there was something bad about to happen. You get this fight. It's almost like PTSD.
Is he disrupted?
Oh,
That's
I am.
right. You are,
Yep.
and that's an odd number. So actually, something bad is about to happen.
Fair enough.
Who rolled the highest on that resist?
I got a 12.
I got an 8.
You got a 12, Clank. I
Yeah.
didn't catch that. Okay. So because of the 12, you're safe from this, actually. So who got the 8? Was it Yoon?
I got a 9.
Oh, you got a 9. I thought you said 5. Okay, so Owen, you're starting to walk, and before you know it, your left hand is pulling up and trying to grab your musket and pull a trigger to shoot Yip. Roll me a d12 to see if you hit.
All right.
Or I'm sorry, no, Yip. I'm forgetting, wrong system. Yip, you got to roll to dodge.
I got to roll the dodge. Okay.
Now it's a CR. It's a CR5 because he's shooting with one hand with a musket.
Yeah, I'm spending the benefit on this. So hold on. I said I'm spending the benefit, so I'm spending it even if. So I still succeed. That's good.
Okay.
So
the gun goes off though.
Oh, and I hit the deck and like hold up the frying pan. The frying pan now gets hit the other direction. So I got a jet coming in and out. Yeah, it's not happy. What the Sam hell you doing over there?
It wasn't me. It was that eldritch itch.
As you're saying that, and you guys are close to the graveyard. The graveyard sits above Coalspore like a crow on a corpse. Iron fences curl like barbed vines, and the stones are cracked with age and pressure. Graves lean toward the ruination as though yearning to fall in. Dead trees grip the edge like arthritic hands, and beyond the ruination stretches an impossible waste. And standing in the center is Clarabelle, and towering over her, Yoon, this is one of the tallest Kentucky Sawbones you've ever heard or seen.
Uh-oh.
As it has been putting more and more arms together. And you guys also hear behind you 2 gunshots go off. Sounds like it's coming from the train.
Oh, they were armed.
And
They are now.
The only thing that's armed.
They might be disarmed. Yeah.
boom, boom.
Bum, bum.
The Kentucky Sawbones turns to you guys, that hat and that cloak, the hands coming together to form an eyes, and it's staring at you. And Clarabelle is standing next to it, chanting in a strange voice, and a book floating in front of her. Above the cemetery, a hole in the sky is starting to rip, and there's some presence you can't quite see yet, but you can feel wanting to come out. And it seems she has drawn this gathering. It looks like the Kentucky Sawbone has made a circle for her of all these body parts, and it now turns to face you.
That girl ain't right. So whoever said that earlier was dead on.
All right, guys. Combat. However, there's a ceremony, a ritual going on that's trying to open a doorway to elsewhere. When the Kentucky Sawbone is coming at you guys. So go ahead, players can act first. And the Kentucky Sawbone's going to sneak in actions in between. But who would like to go first, as there's no initiative, set initiative in nuts?
I told you that girl's so full of crap, her eyes are brown.
Oh, that's a new one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
You said
go ahead, Jordan. You were going to say something?
I was just going to ask, if I'm still by the train, do I clock where these shots are coming from?
Yes, they're coming from the passenger train car. Actually, with your skill, you don't have to even roll for it. They are inside the train, and nothing is firing at you as of yet. You just heard gunshots going off, definitely from the train car.
If I'm still close enough to peek in, I want to see what's kind of going down.
It is steampunk. Do you have a scope on your musket?
Oh, no. In my head, I thought I was still kind of like
you're
near
not
the train, but
you're not crazy far, but you're down the road. The cemetery's at the end of the road. The train station's at the opposite end. But
You're close enough to be shooting at me.
So.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, no, I was just gonna clarify that if anyone has something to do, go for it.
Well,
Yip sneaks. I go
Yip is gonna disappear, right? So Yun, who was in the cult as well, she pulls out her Eldritch book, and you remember in Fellowship of the Ring when Gandalf and Saruman are like counter chanting at each other to bring down the mountain? I'm gonna try to counter the ritual with my own, reversing of the wording of the spell type of stuff.
Oh, I love that. Okay, that's awesome. Let's see. So it's gonna, if you want to keep doing this every round, every time you succeed, it's gonna lower the challenge rating. So we'll start. Yeah. We're gonna start in at 8 because she has a head start on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to counteract it. Okay, with an 8, I'm gonna spend some dice on this.
Let's go.
Do I have a benefit from
your nut? Absolutely.
Okay.
You have a book you're working with as well. Yeah. So start with a benefit.
Cool. I'm actually gonna spend a bunch of dice here.
Oh, and I didn't. Wes Yip, Builder B gave you a benefit. Thank you, Builder B.
Oh, yay! I'm putting that in.
Beautiful.
As it goes slinking away.
A 12.
Oh, stop it. Very nice. Okay. So with the lucky, I'm going to have it reduce 2 steps. You're getting right in here. This what she is summoning is called the Maw. It is some kind of gluttony type creature or greed, avarice that wants to come and consume.
Yeah. So I say, like, try to fight the beast while fight the side ones. I'll keep the ritual at bay, very dramatically.
Perfect. All right. Meanwhile, Owen, this is going to be an action in between you guys as the Kentucky Sawbone looks right at you, and inside your head you hear stab. You feel the desire with your left hand to take the bayonet and stab Yip, who's thankfully sneaking, so he may not be in range. First, you're going to have to roll to resist. Okay. Because of the failed roll, it's a CR7, as you are a little bit susceptible to its...
Okay.
There might be some PTSD going on inside of Owen.
And we still have a benefit in play, or...
let's see.
Used up?
If you spent it, you used it.
If you spent it, there was one. Great Mustache got everybody one at the beginning.
Okay, then this is just a straight roll.
Unless you can, spin the tail.
Spin the what?
Spin a tail. Yeah. I'm always down for it.
You can always spend a challenge die to try to keep me alive. That's fine.
Sure.
Sorry,
I'll do that.
Metagaming, but that's okay.
No, I'll do that.
What's your
Jordan's
tail?
First time.
No, it's worse. Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Yip. You are going to roll a defense roll, but you will have a benefit since you said you started sneaking right away.
So you get yes.
But it is going to.
But he.
Yeah, go ahead.
He rolled a 1. So what do I have to? Do I have to spend a die?
No, he rolled. He rolled a 1, making it unlucky. That means he's putting everything he has into this. So his attack, you got to roll against a 7.
Okay, that's fine. We get those 2 challenge dice at the beginning of the game, so I'm gonna spend those 2.
Sounds good.
And I'm rolling 4 dice. Let's go. 11.
Nice.
Yay! My poor frying pan. This sucker's. I was like, I gotta have to get a new frying pan now. Put that gun away.
I love it.
Lose all the seasoning of your cast iron pan, right? Like you've been building up seasoning on that for years.
Gunpowder pancakes the last decade.
Now, Owen, if you're down any challenge dice, you do get 1 challenge dice back for the failed roll. Okay. Because there was a 1 in both of your guys' rolls too, I'm going to say he knocks the frying pan out of your hand. Oh no, Wes! You killed Wes! Are you there?
He's back.
I lost everything.
Oh, we just can't hear you.
I'm back. I lost everything. No, I still lost Dan.
I was like, Owen killed him.
My computer went screw. No, I'm back. Everything froze.
So I was just saying, because there are 2 1s in that total roll, you're disarmed of your frying pan right now, so you are going to have to pick it up. It is a little ahead of you, but he hit you with all... You needed that frying pan to block that hit.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. Clank, Yip, or Owen, who would like to go next?
I've been hanging around Yun, pretending like we actually work together.
Yes.
Trying to lean into that.
Deputy and Sheriff.
Yeah, so you're trying to counter chant Clarabelle?
Out chant the chanter.
That's right. I've seen this ritual before, and so I know how to unmake the ritual and slow it down and possibly stop it. But if I get hurt, right, if something stops me from counter chanting, then I may not be able to do it. So
as soon as he says she was chanting, my plan was to shoot her. So I guess that's out.
That's the much more direct way to stop a ritual.
So
no, you can shoot Clarabelle if you want.
I was like, I'll lean into Yun, in between the chants, try and get a word in, be like, hey, can I shoot her? I got the gun aimed on her.
It's like the kid, Mom, I'm talking on the phone.
I'm just gonna be like, hey, you want me? Can I shoot her? Can I shoot her? What is Yoon's response to that? All right, I'm gonna shoot Clarabelle.
He was chanting, thumbs up, yeah. Go for it. All right, she is standing there just taking the hit, so it's a CR5 to hit.
I rolled and my screen flickered.
5 and a 10, so that's good. All Are you were you adding any skills to that, or is that just 1 damage?
That's my hard hitter.
That's your hard hitter. Okay.
Yeah. Everything went white for me for some reason.
Oh, weird.
I'm afraid if I refresh, I'll be named different on the roll.
I mean, I can fix it. It came through for us. Yeah, go ahead and refresh. No worries.
I rolled a that was a flashbang from earlier going off.
So 2 damage is done. Here is the rest of the Bane as Clarabelle, who has been obviously worshiping the Elsewhere because she was bored, had gotten powered up by chat. So you broke through the shield. You broke her shield that she has as your bullet hits, and this like shadowy that you didn't see before, a shadowy sort of shell breaks around her, and she kind of glares at you and gives you that horrifyingly evil, distorted look you saw before, but keeps chanting. And
I don't like her.
This is when I don't like her. The Owen, are you forward more, or are you back with Yoon and Clank right now at a distance, or somewhere in between? And Yip is sneaking. Give me kind of a
wherever
location.
Yip was, because I've been stabbing at him.
That's fair. Yip, which way were you sneaking off? As we kind of
I was sneaking to the left. I'm trying to circle through the gravestones up towards Clarabelle.
Okay, so I'm going to say Owen and Yip are a little ahead. Yoon and Clank are hanging back slightly. And then the baddies are in the center. So, unfortunately, Owen, as the soldier kind of tank, the Kentucky Sawbone now moves in to swipe at you. Please roll me a defense roll CR7 as multiple left hands from different parts of the body come at you.
I'm gonna lean on my soldier background for this. Would that give me an extra die here?
Interesting. Hand to hand. Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
You're at. I like that we're leaning into the PTSD. You're like in warm. Oh my gosh. All right. Sadly,
I used all my good rolls in the beginning.
Yep. Take 1 HP of damage. As
right.
it is grabbing onto you and holding you in different places, kind of putting you into a lock and pulling you close to its face with the fingers. Now you can see you're not getting as much of a visage. As the closer you get, the more detail of hands you can see, and it becomes less of a face. And it pulls you in, and it says in your head, "Join." And you feel tension on your left arm as it's starting to pull.
Stay away from the light! Okay.
All right. Yeah, I think Yip or Owen get to act now. Maybe Owen, I think it feels right that you should do something.
Yeah, this thing's right in front of me. I'm gonna go, somebody give me a hand. And then I'm gonna try to stab it with the bayonet. And this is my bronze bayonet, so I get hard hitting on it.
Okay. I'm going to put you at 1 detriment because you are being held. So it's going to be a little tough, but if you can get it in, it'll hit.
So does that mean do I still roll the 2?
You got to spend a challenge die.
You spend as many dice as you want, but 2 of them have to pass now.
Okay, I am going to spend 1 so that I go back to 2. Does that make sense? Oh.
No, that's good. I said a 7.
Okay. So the 2...
You said he had a detriment, though, right?
Oh, that's right. He did have a
So 2
detriment,
have to
so you
pass.
got to get 2. All right. Hey, Gamers on Games, welcome. In the chat.
Dave's
What's
here.
up?
All right.
Just in time for combat. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately that won't. You're getting it there. Your left hand is fighting with your right hand, and you're squeezed in. Everybody's hugging you tonight. It's a rough day.
Can
for
I
everyone.
ask one more question?
Yeah.
I have the ability to crush that coin for an auto success.
Oh, sure.
Is that something I needed to do beforehand, or can I just...
No, I'm good with once you use it. You'll be at a disruption afterward.
I'm already at one anyway, right? So
Yeah, that's true. I don't know how we. Okay, we'll play it. We'll do something different. We'll do something narrative with it.
Okay.
So go ahead. Yeah, let's.
I'll crush the coin then and drive it in a little deeper, try to find purchase somewhere.
Beautiful. All right, you get it. We will make that an auto success. So you're a hard hitter. That does 2 damage, I think, right?
Yes, I believe. I'll double check on here, but yeah.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay.
The video doing its thing.
Oh, let's see.
Can you?
Oh,
Well, you
Peter's
can hear me,
coming.
can't you, Peter?
Yeah,
I
I can
can.
hear you, Scrat. Oh, there's Jordan.
Peter's
Man.
back.
He's back.
You're back. Did
Okay, I
you
don't
see
know what
me?
happened there.
Just
It's
blipped.
video doing its thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
the system just blipped a bit.
All right.
Phasing in and out of reality.
So as it crushes, you slam your bayonet into it. There's actually this burst of energy you feel as you crush the coin, and you feel all of it go into your arm, and you just press into its hands and gonna slice an arm or two off of it. And it reels back as if it was screaming, but no sound is heard. And that brings us to Yip.
So how many turns would it take me to sneak up towards Clarabelle?
I don't see him in the VDO right now.
Oh, that's weird. We see him still.
If it
Yeah, I think it all
refreshes,
just
I'll
glitched
probably
out
come
for a
back.
moment. It's-
Yeah.
Maybe just on my end though.
If he
yeah.
refreshes his browser, he should come back.
Feel free to do a refresh, and he'll probably come back.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
You'll just blip for a second. It's all good. So go ahead, Wes. It would be one. I would say one operation. You guys are pretty close, so you could
Okay,
move to
so
her and then do something.
All right, I'm spending 2 challenge dice to get me down. I'm blowing through my dice now.
Yeah.
And so I'm rolling 3 total. Roll it.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. Beautiful.
Give me something for that 12. Do I get one back for the hero? Or no, we get a rest. Never mind. Go ahead.
No, yeah. If you
Yeah,
fail,
take a
you get
breather.
one back.
Right. I don't want to fail here.
Yeah.
So,
Now, I forgot something. You were technically disarmed with your frying pan.
so can I use the 12 to sneakily pick up my frying pan as I move
love
up?
that. Yes,
Okay,
that'll be
great.
the critical success on that. The lucky
Sweet.
die. And you're attacking her? Were you whacking her with the...
I can get there and attack.
Yeah, I was going to
Okay,
say you
sweet.
can move in and attack. Yep.
I'm definitely.
It's not
doing
a
that,
big
so
graveyard. It'll probably double in size after tonight, but
I'm spending 1 challenge die, and I'm kind of getting near, and I'm like, "Hey, miss, let me tell you something. I got a secret. I'm left-handed." And swing the thing at her. So 7.
that's a hit. Do you have anything to do bonus damage, or is it the regular?
I have nothing to do bonus damage.
Okay.
Like he expects that to take her out, and when it doesn't, he's like, "Oh."
It's so I love that. Now you did do 1 damage. She grabs
Yes.
and catches your frying pan and is staring at you, but keeps chanting, and is just staring at you with iron grip.
I'm fumbling for my 6 gun at this point. Like,
Yes. 1 damage. Okay, beautiful. And in that moment, Wes, you hear, draw, shoot. Please roll me a will as your left hand is reaching for that 6-shooter.
Well, I said I'm left-handed, so can I get a benefit for that?
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
it's my dominant hand.
That was a good joke.
I'm left-handed.
And
in real life,
CR7,
so it
by the
doesn't matter.
way.
I roll a 6. I rolled a 6.
All right. Please roll me a defense roll as your left hand pulls the gun and points it right at your head and tries to shoot. This will be a 7 as well.
That'd be a 3.
Ugh. You're able to just barely dodge out of the way. Your left ear is ringing as you almost shot yourself in the head, but that is 1 point of damage.
Gotcha.
And brings us kind of back
Ain't
to
no fair.
brings us back to the top with Yoon chanting away. You did have the critical success, so it is now a 6.
Okay, I'm
To
going
beat.
to go again. So I still have a benefit from my book, like from my nut, and
Yes.
I'm going to spend an additional die. I'm actually going to spend 2 die here for a total of 4. Ooh.
Ooh, all
Scary.
right. With
Okay, so I
love
got
doing-
the what's that one called? That's not the thieves. It's
Oh yeah, wow.
12 and a 1. The martyrs roll.
martyr's roll. Succeed.
Yeah. It looked like a 12. Did you actually get one?
It was an 11, I think, technically. Right, yeah, 11 and a 1.
Yeah, an 11 and a 1. So I got a swindler's roll.
Swindler's roll. So, the portal stops opening, but now you feel all the energy and hatred and the desire to feed directed specifically at you, Yoon. And you, Clank, you realize Yoon is stepping forward and starting to walk as she continues to chant straight towards the center of all the activity. But that was a success. So, Yip, you'll be able to see, you feel Clarabelle gripping tighter to your thing, but she's looking away from you and looking at Yoon and trying, her voice is getting hoarse as she's trying to scream this chant back, but she seems to be losing power.
Just keep it going there, Yoon.
Clank, let's go to you.
All right. Yoon doesn't want to be walking forward, right? I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You would think that'd be a fair guess.
All right. So I'm going to take a shot, and then after I shoot, I'm going to like move in front of Yoon and just kind of body block her.
I love that. Okay.
Yeah. My back will be to her because, I'm watching what's going on, but I'm just going to stand in her way.
Okay. And you're taking a shot at Clarabelle?
Yep.
Beautiful. Let's do it. CR 5 to hit her.
You know what? Let's just make it happen, Captain.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, it's a good thing I did.
You are hard hitter, so that's 2 damage.
Yeah, buddy.
Yep, as you're shouting back to Yoon, your face is suddenly covered in blood on the side as Clank's bullet goes straight through Clarabelle's head. And she falls limp, still gripping tight to your frying pan, so you're kind of pulled forward. Her chanting stops.
Okay.
Owen, the Kentucky Sawbone starts like reeling. You feel like it should be screaming in anger and pain right now, but it's just making no noise and wailing and stuff. And it just, in its rage, poor Owen just goes to slam its several hands on top of you as it's released its grip and is just like Donkey Kong slamming you. So roll me a CR7 defense roll.
Okay. Is it making angry hand signs at least?
Absolutely,
Since
yeah.
I can't scream.
If Owen knows sign language, it's like swearing its head off.
No way he knows it. Can I still call on my soldier background here for an extra?
Yeah, sure. You got the armor and stuff.
Okay.
You're prepped for battle.
Nope. These dice hate you.
Oh, I'm gonna change dice.
Changing.
Virtually
It's all
change
done.
dice.
Used up all your luck in the first couple rolls.
It did.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. That is 1 more HP of damage. Owen,
All right.
how we feeling?
I actually 3 is the total,
Yeah,
right?
3 is the base HP.
Yeah. I don't think I have any bonuses, so that's 3.
Snap.
Oh, that's
okay.
your third.
You're not
Yeah.
dead. We won't say you're dead yet, but Owen has gone down in this basically like 10-handed slam onto his shoulders and body, and he is down. Owen, everything goes black for a second as you're on the ground.
I like reach for my gold standard, but I'm just pummeled by these hands.
Oh.
It's too late.
Caught these
Okay.
hands.
As it moves, now the Kentucky Sawbone starts to turn and move towards Yip, who is the next closest. Yip, what are you doing?
Uh-oh. I'm like trying to listen to me, hand. You listen to me. And I'm just trying to. Is Clarabelle down?
She's dead.
Like totally down?
Yep.
She's dead. All right. Is the book still doing anything funky?
The book is still floating, but it seems to be quivering and shaking as if it's losing its levitative power. And you can start to hear Yoon's voice now carrying stronger, especially with Clarabelle no longer chanting.
Okay.
And Yoon is
Gotcha.
approaching.
Yeah, I'm looking at the thing going, we left-handed supposed to stick together. And I'm gonna like empty my 6-shooter at.
Yeah, dude. It's only a CR5 to hit.
This one's personal to me, by the way. So
That's
see if
personal.
do I have to resist his influence on me?
Nope, he's not doing anything to you right now. Yet.
Sweet. Yet. All right, I'm spending a die. No, that's hit points. So I'm down to 2 dice. Okay. Let's roll. I'm spending 1 die, I said, so I'm rolling.
Let's go for it.
Okay.
It just likes to tease you, doesn't it?
8.
8 is a hit.
It does. It really does. Sweet. I'm like, okay.
Beautiful. All right. It is reels back. You can almost feel that it is also losing control of itself, and it's falls down into like this animal sort of mode, and all these arms are rolling as it just charges at you and tackles Yip.
Oh dear.
Yep. Roll me a CR7 defense dodge.
Yeah, I'll be spending another die on that.
Sounds good. Oh yeah,
12 and
lucky
3, baby.
Hey. Go ahead and take.
I fall down, back up, and I'm kicking away.
Yeah, with that 12, roll a pot shot as you had 1 bullet left
Absolutely.
before you need to reload.
9.
9 is a hit. Nice. Boom. One arm actually comes off as you hit it, and you're falling back. It's not graceful, but you're alive and you hit it, so.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, let's come back around to Yoon and Clank. Clank, you are holding Yoon back. Yoon, you're almost done ending this summoning spell. However, the pull of Elsewhere is calling strongly to you. Feel free to tell me what you both are kind of doing, because Clank's trying to hold you back while you're inevitably walking forward, but you are going to finish what you were doing.
I'd like to spend 1 HP to regain 6 challenge dice from endurance.
Ooh, sweet.
Which I renamed Sustenance from Suffering, because that's cool. So I gain a bunch.
On the nose right now.
Yeah. And so I want to draw, kind of like I've done before on the train. Rather than rolling, I'm going to surge. And so go full Eldritch to finish the ritual, like not resist the pull of Elsewhere, and instead embrace the power to close the portal. That's my intention.
I love that.
So disrupt myself like I did last time and go all tentacly, full Eldritch mode.
Beautiful.
Or if that just gives me a benefit or however we want to do it, I'll roll, because I have a bunch of challenge dice now.
Yeah, no, go for it. Definitely a benefit on that. I love leaning into the flavor, so give yourself 2 benefit on the roll. And to close it now, we're at that 6 again because you were able to lower it previously.
Okay, I ain't
This will
around.
close it with the success.
Okay, and since I'm disrupted, I'm going to roll a total of 6 dice because I'm ignoring
Odd numbers.
Nice.
odd numbers. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, still good. Very good. So as you're falling back and taking that shot, you're looking up, pretty much looking up at the portal that's opening in the sky.
Sure.
And you just get, as Yoon is approaching, you're getting wisps of her tentacles coming into your view, and it's almost like she shuts the hole in the sky.
Nice.
But it leaves this pinpoint. Like you can just see this darker spot in that black sky. And Yoon feels herself being pulled up. And Clank, she is actually coming in her full Eldritch form, tentacles everywhere. She is floating up off the ground towards that hole as the portal is closing. What would you like to do?
I don't want to, but I will. I'll just grab an ankle, I guess, as it's coming up. It's like, oh, don't get me with them tentacles. Come on. Start pulling her back down. Don't touch me.
Don't touch me. All right.
Well, I need to roll to pull her down.
I'm going to say it's a 6. I'll give you a benefit being a robot. You're a little more... It's not muscles, it's gears and cranks.
He's heavy.
Right, yeah. He's little, but he's solid.
Yeah, dense.
On the nose.
There
On
you
the
go.
nose. That's what I'm talking about. What's it kind of look like as you're like grabbing several tentacles? like pulling her
Oh no,
down.
that's like I imagine her tentacles are like her arms, and that's
Okay.
the part I didn't want to touch. So I was like, I see her start floating, and I'm like, that's all I can grab is the tentacles at first, and that's when I'm like, oh, well, I don't want it. And then she starts getting taller, or higher, and up, and that's when I was just grabbing an ankle. I was like, all right, come on.
I wish I had artwork for transformed Yun, but it's going to be in like next week, maybe.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't yet. It's
That
not
is so cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sarah, did you say there was something about a book floating, or?
That book that is
This-
floating, as as Yun is closing it, it falls. It actually lands on Yip's chest. And you are able to pull her down. Yun, as you're yanked down, you kind of snap out of it. And the pull releases from you as Clank kind of slams you to the ground and knocks some sense into you, literally and figuratively. Yip, you notice that Owen is lying unconscious on the ground, and as the portal closes, the Kentucky Sawbone falls apart into just a pile of dead left hands.
All right. I'm running. I'm like, shouldn't have been like that. I'm running over to Owen.
You have some lard and beans, if I remember correctly.
I do.
That is, I was going to make that a health potion, basically, so it can restore 1 HP. What I would like to
Come
know,
here, son.
two things: how Yip applies the medicine, and also Owen.
Absolutely.
In the darkness, what's going through Owen's mind as he went down? What's he seeing or experiencing or thinking?
Oh, just an endless line of handshakes where it's his nightmare scenario. It's all small talk. He's at a ball. He doesn't know why he's there. Yeah.
That is the greatest. I did not see that coming. I'm going to be honest.
That's awesome.
Well, thankfully, Yip, what do you insert into this nightmare that wakes him up?
Well, I've got the beans that I've been soaking for a couple of days now because they're getting ready nice and good. So they're good and soft, but I need to give them a little flavor. So I just you just hold on now, and I got this taken care of. And I get a scoop of lard out, and I just go dip it into the beans and where they're sticking in, and just shove it down his mouth, like lifting his head up, and like, here, you just take some of this. That'd be real good. Then we're gonna have a nice fry up after this. And just shove it down his mouth.
Oh, and the last person you were sitting there in a group, having had to shake hands twice because they forgot, and they're telling you about the cost of coal price that's gone up recently, and the person just randomly just slams a spoon in your mouth, and you wake up to Yip. Dang it!
Just coughing up beans.
Hey there now. Them expensive beans there.
Yeah, don't waste food.
I think as he gets up too, he's like reaching up for you to pull up, and he goes, well, I may have been down and out, but at least I didn't come out empty-handed.
Oh, that's so good.
And he pulls a severed hand off of his bayonet.
That's so good. Meanwhile, Clank and Yun, what's the little moment you guys have together as you
Clank
kind of
is
tumble
nowhere
to
to be
the
seen.
ground? Oh, okay.
Clank just
Once things
vanishes.
calm down, he's like, I'm gonna slide.
Yeah, slips away. And Yun doesn't bother to try to stop him because Yun's like, wait, well, who was that guy? What Yun will do is she'll
got my bag
regain
of
her
gold.
composure, try to pull it all back in, and will take the book that fell on Yip.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Just,
you sure
'cause
you
that's
want
cool.
that there? Yeah.
I have to know my enemy, Yun says.
Yeah, just to get word, sometimes you'd become the enemy. Just pointing that out there to you.
We all have our hypocrisies, she says.
I don't know what that means, but I'll go with it.
Yeah, I like your big fancy words, lady.
Yeah.
Before you guys walk off into the moonlight, Owen, you feel a burning on your neck just a slight, almost like you'd gotten a tattoo a day or two ago and it's starting to hurt. And you'll feel a mark if you take some time, and if anyone looks closely, it's the same mark as one side of the coin that you crushed.
Ooh.
And it just feels, every once in a while, if you touch it or kind of rub it, almost like you rub the coin, there's a tingle of coldness down your spine as Owen now carries a curse on him.
All right.
Clank, where are you headed to
Classic.
in the night? Or
Well,
should we never know?
I was like, he just disappeared. Everybody
just gone.
turned around and he's gone. He got that bag of gold and dollar bills. He's out.
Well, I think to
It's a
wrap...
happy ending for him.
Yes, it's a happy ending. It's a normal ending. He's a lucky guy. This is how it always goes. Saved the lady, got the gold, headed off into the night. Meanwhile, the other three of you guys, there's no other living people around, and you do still need to get back to Détrempée to get your full payment for your last job. So give me the final scene of the film. What are you guys doing as we leave it kind of on a cliffhanger on how you're going to keep making your way?
Do we try to get the train going?
We're trying to run the train.
We try our best to run the train.
It's just got Owen's like pulling down the whistle, going. And that's.
We'll have one more roll then for real fun. The three of you, Yip, Owen, and Yoon, you're not rolling for yourselves. You're actually rolling for the NPCs that were left on the train that were also being possessed by the Kentucky Sawbones. Please roll for them to see if any survived. Okay. Oh my.
Oh.
All right. Does anyone have an inclination on the scene of how it played out, or should I roll a die to determine which NPC didn't make it?
Oh, please roll the dice. Let's
do it?
Let fate decide.
Okay. I'll re-roll on a 4. I'm going to roll a d4. Okay.
I know, Dan and his D4s.
I know. There it is. Got to sneak it in there. Sorry, Scrat. I should have done a d12, but it's too many numbers. That is, unfortunately, Zeke the reporter lies dead on the ground. Agnes has thrown her gun away and her hands are shaking and she is crying and looks to Owen when you guys get back in.
Of course she does.
She's checking out my new neck tat.
Yeah.
Miggs survived because he's
Cat,
still
bro.
unconscious from getting hit in the head with the frying pan. So he's just waking up to this as you guys get back on the train.
I was like, now no one's not to know about my bacon story. Man.
I think as we're all getting on the train, Owen makes one last little announcement. He's like, all right, folks, we're under new management here, but don't worry, you'll be in good hands.
Oh, no.
Good hands. This guy, throw him off the train.
But all right. We will leave it up to everybody's imagination as to whether and when they get the train going and if they make it back to Détrempée. But if they do, Agnes is willing to share with Owen her stake in a silver mine. She might include the rest if Owen sweet talks her. And Miggs is so disturbed by this whole situation that he begs for you guys to take him to jail. He never wants to leave a prison cell and experience any of this, and you will actually get the reward for returning him because he was a thief on the run from Détrempée.
Ah, okay. Yay.
Unfortunately, you don't get the one reward of the byline in the newspaper because
We don't do it for fame.
Zeke is dead.
Speak for yourself.
And that is the end of Smoke and Sacrament. Thank you guys for playing.
Thank you.
That
Super
was
fun.
Awesome. Thanks, Dan. That was fun.
Thanks for running.
Absolutely. Hopefully, chat, you enjoyed it. Chat, thank you for giving me a Bane to play with. That made it extra interesting. And let's go around the horn and say where you can find everybody on the internet. And we'll start with the creator of the setting, Clockworld, Tales from Elsewhere. Peter, where can people find and support you?
Yeah, so I have a YouTube channel that is the same name as my game, Tales from Elsewhere. So you can find me there. And on that channel, I talk about game design principles and also talk about Clockworld, the setting we're playing in right now. So go check that out if you want to try out the game. There's a bunch of free playtest materials a little adventure in there and the whole deal. And it has monsters like the Kentucky Sawbones. That's a monster from my game.
So very
Awesome.
cool. Thank you for letting us use it tonight. I love the setting, man.
Thank you. You did a great job. It was so fun.
Good. Oh, on the flip side, creator of the Nut System, Scrat from A Squirrel Plays. Where can people find and support you?
On the YouTube channel, A Squirrel Plays. That's where I like to hang out and attempt to be useful, but it's kind of hard, so I don't know what that says about me or if YouTube's just too crowded.
Yeah, I hear you, man. You're great, right, guys? He's great.
We're big fans of Strat around here.
I love it.
And Scrat does all of his videos in what?
I don't make the video in PowerPoint. I do all my artwork in PowerPoint.
There you go.
Perfect.
Now,
It's awesome.
you can do it in PowerPoint.
Oh, you could. No, he does good stuff.
He does. I love his style. I tell Scrat all the time. I love his style. It's perfect.
Gosh, yeah.
It's so good. Speaking of cool style, Wes from DM Tales, where can people find and support you?
I am not cool. So I am at dmtales.com. And I run the DM Tales YouTube channel, and I do reviews. Occasionally, there'll be the little plays and live streams and interviews and things like that. I would love to have folks stop by. I am not as fun as Scrat with my reviews, though. Just not
But you are thorough.
I don't have a squirrel popping up on my screen doing stuff.
Book
I am
ribbons and
thorough.
map
That's
pages.
what people keep telling me. Yes.
Yeah, not all of us have the saxophone squirrel, right? Transitions, which are just. I live
That's the only reason people watch my videos.
I watch Scrat's reviews, and I'm like, I can't live up to that. I don't understand how to do that.
gold standard.
Yes, but yeah, I am all about the book ribbons and the matte paper. If you print on flat paper, I will love your book. I might not love the system, but I'll love the book.
I love
It'll
the
be great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I don't know how this works, but speaking of flat paper, Jorben from Elder Goblin Games, where can people find and support you?
Yeah, so Elder Goblin Games is my YouTube where I walk around the woods and wax poetic about role-playing games, and occasionally I actually talk about role-playing games. And then I do have a podcast, the Quantum Ogre Cast, where I talk with other luminaries within the TTRPG sphere, including Peter's been on an episode, and Wes is on an upcoming one that we're doing for Crit. So
You're that luminaries all around. We're all luminaries.
all around.
Luminary on there.
It's a vague word that means whatever you want it to mean. So
I'm going to put that on my CV now.
There you go.
Luminary.
Luminary, Jordan the Elder Goblin is the source.
I was legit gonna tell everyone, you guys gotta listen to the episode with Peter and Jorben, because your guys' voices, it's so smooth and silky, and you're talking nerd stuff.
Voices.
It's a great conversation too. So I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, Jordan is a great interviewer, so
Yes.
highly recommend checking it
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Awesome. Thank you guys again for joining. Chat on YouTube's chat. Thank you for being here. Thank you for causing a bane and a boon and enjoying this. Yeah, that's right. Builder B, buy Scrat's book. Bashkim. It's by my bed. I don't have it right on me, but yes, buy Scrat's book and help support these guys. Help us continue. There it is. He's working on book number 2, guys. So you got to get it and read 1 before he finishes. And YouTube, we will be rating tonight Tales from the Dragon's Tavern. It's a small channel, Moss. You might have seen him before on the show. We will join them. Looks like they're doing some video games over there. So we'll be rating his channel. And without further ado, this has been another fantastical episode of A Skraturday, an Avenue Studios and A Squirrel Plays collaboration. Do give us a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to follow the adventure. You can further support Avenue Studios and become a part of the ever-growing force known as Avenue Studios by joining our locals or Patreon community. Doing so not only helps us continue to create high-quality content, but you also gain access to bonus content as well as our private Discord, where you can chat with everybody here and so many more people. Join Jake's West March Kingmaker campaign and so much more. Check out the links in the description below for all these amazing people here, as well as the sound, music, and ambience that we used, including the Tales from Elsewhere soundtrack, official music on his channel. So do check that out. It's some great stuff. And thank you so much for joining the adventure. We will see you next time. Bye. And get ready to raid YouTube. YouTube.